Washington, D.C. has some of the best bakeries in all of the land. And so today, we're gonna try a few out. Welcome to Leisha's Little Life. Bakeries in Washington, D.C. So first up, we have La Durée. That's how you say it. And they are known for a lot of things, but I got the raspberry macaroon. Oh no, I smushed it. Okay, well, this is going great. It's not supposed to look like this, but here we are. I am not a macaroon girl. I think the texture is a little weird and they never taste good. However, you go to La Durée, you will not find a macaroon that tastes bad. This is the raspberry one. It's my favorite. And despite the appearance, if I didn't mean to squish it like this, it's gonna taste delicious. That is so good. For a while, I would have said this is my favorite bakery in the Washington, D.C. area. Still one of my favorites. My favorite thing to get from them is the chocolate eclair. It is not too sweet. It's just perfect. I think they're seasonal though, and they're not sold during summer. The other thing, La Durée, hands down, I will fight you on this. La Durée has the best hot chocolate in all of Washington, D.C. In all of the world, honestly. It's the best hot chocolate I have ever had. And we know Leisha loves some hot chocolate. It's my favorite drink. All right, moving on. Next up, we have Levain's Bakery. They are known for one thing and one thing only, and we've got it here today. Behold, the chocolate chip walnut cookie. This thing is a beast. It is so big, but especially if you get one that's hot, like right out of the oven. Oh my gosh. It is life-changing, y'all. I can vibe with that. There are two things I go out of my way to go for, and I will spend exuberant amounts of money to get a good one. Hot chocolate and chocolate chip cookies. Those are my favorite things, and they're kind of basic, so you can find them anywhere. But to find the good ones, you gotta fork over a little money. I think this is about $5. If you go into Georgetown, there is a cat cafe. I think it's called like Kittens and Whiskers, something like that. Their sister cafe, or like where you order your coffee and your treats and things while you play with the cats, it's Levain's Bakery. It is very expensive to go to that cat cafe though. That cat cafe, say that 10 times fast. And you do have to make reservations. I did that for my 26th birthday. It was a fun experience, but I wouldn't say it's like a must-do in Washington, D.C. It was just a cat cafe and coffee and treats. It was good, but probably not worth the money. But if you're looking for a good chocolate chip cookie, you can just walk into the bakery and say, "May I please have your best thing in the whole world?" And they'll give it to you for $5. The walnuts are so good. If you have a nut allergy, they do make them without nuts. I'm pretty sure they also have a gluten-free version. I've never gotten it, but the original is very nice. All right, well, that's all I got for now. I'm back, and I have shorter hair, but we're not gonna talk about it because I hate it. Moving on to today's little treat. This comes to us from a bakery called Tate. Anyone from the DC area knows about Tate. They have little branches all over the city. You're gonna have to forgive me on this one because, first of all, this little guy has been through a journey in his short life. I picked it up from Tate and took it on a bike ride all through the city, and it was 100 degrees outside. So this is a little chocolate thingy, the official term, chocolate thingy from Tate. The cashier person, I asked him what their best seller is, because every time I go in, I get something different. Tate is one of those places like you can't go wrong. Whatever you get, you're gonna love. So I asked him what his best seller was, and he choked a little bit. I was like, okay, what is your favorite thing to get? He was like, well, do you like chocolate? I was like, do you know me? He recommended this. Didn't tell me what it was, but this is just adding to the chaos, isn't it? Let's go ahead and give it a try. Whoa. Hold the phone. I was not expecting that. It's very interesting. The outer, it's like an outer cookie, like chocolate cookie, that is so rich and so dark. And like this depth of flavor that like, I don't even know how to describe it. The middle part is a lot more soft and a little bit of a lighter chocolate. This might be the favorite one of the whole video. Sweet mother of pearl, that is good. Tate, you win. Like I said, I've never gotten anything from Tate that I didn't like. Actually, hot take, I am so sorry, Tate, but I would not order hot chocolate from you again. I got it once before a rehearsal. I just remember how disappointed I was. And it was like my breakfast before rehearsal. And I was like, sad face. Most things from Tate are top of the line, mwah, chef's kiss, the best, except the hot chocolate. So that's all I have at the moment. I leave DC in just a couple days. I don't think I'm gonna get to go to the other bakeries that I had in mind, but I will talk about them so that you know they exist. Also keep in mind that this is not an extensive list, obviously, of all of the bakeries in DC, but they are the first ones that come to mind to me that I think the world needs to know about. So next we can talk about Georgetown cupcakes. Are you guys ready for me to spill a little bit of tea? I don't think that Georgetown cupcakes are actually that good. Definitely not for the money that you spend. They're not terrible. It's not like I hated my experience when I went there. No, it was fine, but it was not worth the amount of hype and money. And like to wait in that line to get a cupcake, like I just wasn't worth it for me. But you know, as I said, they taste normal. They are just your typical cupcake. By contrast, also in Georgetown, I think it's like a block and a half down from Georgetown Cupcake, Baked and Wired. That place, take all my money. Not only is the atmosphere incredible and the workers are so nice, but all of their treats, all of them, are divine, out of this world. I've never had anything from there that I didn't like. Again, kind of like Tate, except it's not a chain. You can only find it in Georgetown, to my knowledge. But it's just such a wonderful experience every time I go. And they have all sorts of options, from gluten-free to vegan, some keto options as well. Whatever your preferences are, they can probably meet it. Last, I am so upset that I do not have one to show you from this place. And actually, I'm a chaotic mess because I don't even know the name of this place. I mean, I know the name, but I can't pronounce the name. It's called Le Pain Cochon. This is it. I'll put it on the screen right here. I can't tell you the number of times I've gone to this place, and every single time I am blown out of the water. Their food, oh my gosh. Like, okay, their bakery, we'll talk about that in a second, but their food, some of my favorite brunch foods I've had, and I am a brunch girl through and through. No, but for real, stop in for breakfast or lunch. Both are fantastic. The last time I went, I got a crookie, I think it's called. I think the only reason they have them is because it's like going crazy on TikTok, but it's basically a croissant and a cookie baked together. And so a croissant and a cookie, they call it a crookie. And they had a chocolate chip one and then a double chocolate one. I got the chocolate chip. Regardless, it blew my mind. It was so good. I also really like their like cream puff thingies. It's like a donut, but it's filled with like whipped cream or something. It's very light, but there's lots of it inside. And then their chocolate chip cookies are very standard as well. So that's Le Pain Croissant. I'm trying to think if there's any other bakeries that come to mind. Again, there are 10,000 in the area, like La Madeleine. Oh, something that people usually overlook. My favorite restaurant in DC is Founding Farmers. They have really good chocolate. Their hot chocolate, you guys, you have to get it. If it's cold outside when you go, I love their hot chocolate. I've also gotten their like the equivalent of their Reese's cups, like chocolate and peanut butter cup thingy. Those are really good. They also have really good beignets. Oh, speaking of beignets, in Courthouse, Bayou Bakery. It's like Southern, New Orleans style stuff. Maybe I'm biased. I went to college. It was 3 hours from New Orleans, but it was very influenced by that culture of Mardi Gras. Get out of town. We went all out. I think that's about it, honestly. Let me know what bakery items are your favorites. Let me know what bakery is your favorite. That is it from me today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.